Well,
Cards.
so your father's old school. I'm gonna go with, and he writes longhand on legal pads, uh, and I'm pretty sure you don't.
No.
So so how does that play out when you guys are putting your thoughts together and collaborating? How do you guys exchange those ideas? Is it all verbal? Is he sending you like notes in the mail? Like what's happening? How do you guys do it?
You most of the time, for almost every chapter, I would say it was I would, on a computer to write in Microsoft Word, would write my first draft, email it to his assistant. She would print it out, put it on his desk. He'd take his number one pencil, read it, scribble all over it, and then give it back to his assistant. She would scan the pages and then email a PDF to me of his scribble, which most of it. So I have all these amazing like PDFs on my computer now of it's just like, and sometimes it's little things, and sometimes it's you see these giant swoops over the rearranging sentences and it was kind of fun to get it that way because otherwise, like if he was also working in Word, you could try to do like track changes, but that ends up getting pretty.
Yeah.
It gets up pretty confusing, and there's almost something. It's not as visually. It's more jumbled and confusing. To realize what did he take out, what did he change. And so it was kind of nice to have these documents where I could see it quite literally. And every once in a while, I could read most of his handwriting from growing up with him. Every once in a while, I just would not know what the hell word was. So I would just take a screenshot of it and email it to his assistant. And I would say, "What is this word?" 9 times out of 10, she knew. And then sometimes she'd say, "I don't know what that is. I'll go upstairs and ask him." And then if he was doing anything more extensive, like inserting an entire 2 paragraphs or, occasionally I have to admit, rewriting a scene or part of a scene, he would do, again, just take out his legal pad, write it. But instead of me getting those scans, he'd give it to his assistant. She would type it up as a document and email it to me. But as far as the logistics of it, I was always the one that kind of had the master file of the book. So, which I think probably frustrated his assistants a little bit because they're used to doing that, but they had to kind of check in with me about like what are we on? This is like version 5 of chapter 6, but we're on to version 12 of chapter 2, and it got a little crazy, but by the end we figured out the system, and again in a way it kind of helps that he was doing it his way and I was doing it my way, and I don't know how I can't. He swears by it, but he doesn't know another way. I don't know. I can't possibly write like that.